Hey everybody, it's your girl, and welcome to the Tracy Pinkhammer channel. I am Tracy Pinkhammer. Your personal guide to project management, renovations, flips, buying holds, and so forth. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Okay. Over the next few months, I'm going to go deep into the details on what it takes to set up your renovation project. I need you to set it up for success and manage that job site. I have found that the biggest problems with managing a job site are communication and setting expectations. So let's kick off this thing with contractor onboarding. Okay. Since you're running a business and not a hustle, it's important for you to have an agreement contract. The onboarding process will help you collect important details about this said contractor or contractors or subcontractors or vendors. It will help you set correct expectations and put everything in writing to avoid surprise. You'll need to collect credentials like licensing information, contact information, valid ID. You want to set up your payment, your net terms, the amounts, the days that they're going to get paid. You want to communicate your rules and regulations on how you want your job site run behind your back. Okay. This is one of the documents that I use to onboard contractors. I want you to pay close attention to the time of performance. This is telling how many days they will need in order to complete the job. It is also giving you a start date and them a start date and what happens if the job is not completed on time. Here you see there is a place where you can charge a per day late penalty. Okay. If you, the investor, are paying interest per day, it is only fair that the contractor pays a per day penalty. There are some acceptable delays, such as weather conditions, material availability, delivery delays, etc. Contractors tend to be transactional. I work, then you pay me. And that's nice and it's fair. But what needs to be understood is under what condition and what timeline the work has to be completed. Okay. Once they are clear on that, they know that this is the only way for me to get paid and they'll do it. I'll go deeper into building a scope of work maybe on the next segment. But for now, for onboarding purposes, here is a part of the onboarding process. So here it goes. It spells it out. Deposit for the kickoff. Do not give your contractor half. I'll teach you later how to break the job into phases and the payouts, okay? Payment amounts and dates and the final day payment amount, like the date that they'll get their final payment. You want to set a net term so that they'll know how many days they have to wait in order to get paid. The contractor doesn't know that up front and is correctly pissed that they're waiting for their money and you didn't tell them that before you had them do the work. Some contractors will say no when you go to them and say, look, this is the net term. And if they do, next, another thing that's very important, when to pay. I generally only pay after I've done a walkthrough and I kick the tires. Some contractors, I don't have to do a walkthrough, depending on what they're doing. Let's go over some of these site rules and regulations. These things have happened. No hanging out at the job site after work hours unless you're working, and ask in advance. No children or unauthorized non-working personnel at my job site. No weapons. No use of the new appliances. No smoking or drinking alcohol on the job site. No changing the thermostat to 60 degrees. Locking up the doors and the windows. That's important. And clean up on aisle 5, clean up. I want them to clean up all of their food garbage, especially because the worst thing is to have a job site that has mice and bugs running around. You can't get rid of them before the showing. Okay, so again, It is about setting these expectations, having a paper trail and agreements in writing with signatures and dates. Review it with them before anyone signs. You want to review this contract or this agreement with them. Some people will sign without reading, and they will break the rules and say, "Hey, I didn't know. You didn't tell me." And you'll tell them, "Hey, look, I put it in writing right here. You signed it." And they'll say, "I didn't read it." Here are some things that I want you to really think about when you're doing your onboarding. License information, I want you to check the state website, and I want you to make sure that their license is active. Um, if you're going to collect insurance verification information, the insurance company will send you directly the confirmation in your email, to you directly. Sorry about that. You want a copy of a valid driver's license, and of course, full name, business name, email, phone number. And you also want an emergency contact in case something happens on the job. Listen, this thing right here is easily managed if you do it right. If you don't do it right and you end up having to go to court, you won't have a leg to stand on if you don't have a paper trail and if you don't have signatures and agreements. So, I hope this helps, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your girl, Tracy Pinkhammer, and I'm out. Bye.